Hey everyone, welcome. So today we're going to break down a financial strategy that's totally changing the game when it comes to careers and retirement. It's called Coast Fire, and honestly, it might just be that perfect middle path you've been looking for.
You know, for most of us, when you think about retirement, it feels like you're stuck between a rock and a hard place, right? It's either work forever or pinch every single penny until the joy is gone.
Yeah, you've got these two options. There's the long grind, you know the one, work until you're 65, saving maybe 10 or 15%, or you go the other way, the frugal sprint, total sacrifice, eating rice and beans just so you can retire in your 30s. But what if there was a third option?
And that's where this idea comes in. Coast Fire. It's a totally different path. See, it's not really about stopping work altogether. It's about stopping the need to save.
All right, so let's really get into what this means. Coast Fire is that magic moment, that specific point in time when you've invested just enough money that it can grow all on its own to cover your retirement. No more contributions needed from you, ever.
And this is the part that's a real game changer. It's a huge mental shift. The idea isn't to stop working. No, it's to stop needing to save so aggressively. You still work, sure, but only enough to cover your bills right now. That pressure to constantly feed your retirement accounts is just gone.
So you're probably asking, how on earth is this even possible? Well, the secret sauce, the magic engine behind all of this, is the power of time.
I want you to think of it like a financial superpower. Seriously, it's like building this powerful engine early on in your life and then just letting it run for decades, all by itself.
Okay, let's put some real numbers to this to see how it works. Let's say, just for example, you work really hard and you manage to invest $48,000 by the time you turn 30. Now get this. If that money just sits there and grows at about a 10% average annual return, which is pretty typical for the stock market over the long run, by the time you hit 62, it could become $1 million. And you didn't add another dime to it, not one.
And this table really shows you that engine in action. Take a look. You start with 10 grand. After 5 years, it's 16. But look at the jump from year 15 to 20. It's way bigger. That's because it's not linear growth, it's exponential. Your money is literally starting to make its own money, and then that money starts making money. It's incredible.
Okay, so this whole thing isn't just a flip of a switch. It's a journey, really. A journey in 3 distinct phases. Let's walk through the blueprint. So, first up, you have phase 1, the accumulation phase. Some people call this burst sacrifice. This is the hard part, where you go all in on saving for a few years to hit that magic number. Then you enter phase 2, the coasting phase. This is the fun part. You stop saving like a maniac and just work enough to live, all while your nest egg grows quietly in the background. And finally, you hit phase 3, full retirement. Your portfolio is massive, and work is now totally 100% optional.
All right, but let's be real for a second. This whole thing sounds amazing, right? But it's not just a simple math problem. You got to navigate the coast, and that means a reality check is in order.
So it helps to see where Coast Fire fits in with the other FIRE movements. With traditional FIRE, you save like crazy until you can just stop working, period. With Barista FIRE, you kind of half retire and work a chill part-time job. But Coast Fire is different. The thing you stop doing isn't working, it's saving. That's the key difference. You hit your number and you stop contributing.
And look, this is super important. There are risks. This is not a set it and forget it kind of deal. What if the stock market doesn't give you that 10% return you were hoping for? What if inflation goes wild? That's why you absolutely have to do an annual check-in. You have to look under the hood every year and make sure that engine is still running smoothly and on track.
But you know, maybe the biggest hurdle isn't even the math. It's the psychology. It's this thing researchers call one more year syndrome. Have you heard of this? It's that voice in your head that says, I know I hit my number, but maybe I should just work one more year to be safe. It's so hard to let go of that high-paying job, even when you don't need it anymore. It's the classic golden handcuffs dilemma.
Which really brings us to the big question. What will you choose? Because when you boil it all down, Coast Fire isn't just a spreadsheet. It's so much more than that. It's a life philosophy.
Think about it. You've essentially bought back decades of your life. Decades where the pressure is off. So, what are you going to do with them? Are you going to change careers? Start that business you've always dreamed of? Travel? Spend way more time with your family? That's the whole point. You've earned the freedom to design the middle part of your life, not just the end. So the real question isn't about the money anymore. The real question is, what will you do with all that time?